Hello everyone, and welcome to this video about Introduction to HTML. So let's get started. So what is HTML? HTML stands for Hypertext Markup Language. This is the standard language for creating web pages. So if you look at the source of any web page, you will see HTML. And when you write HTML, what you're doing is you're essentially describing to the browser how your website should look by using elements. And we'll go over elements here in a little bit, maybe in this video or in the next video, but elements are essentially just different types of ways that you can present your content. So think about Microsoft Word, for example, and how you were able to create headers in Microsoft Word. You can create paragraphs, tables, bullet pointed lists, numbered lists, essentially everything, right? So this is kind of like what you're doing here. But you're doing it instead of in Microsoft Word, you're doing it in HTML. But it's kind of the same concepts, creating headers and all that good stuff. So let's look at this next slide. So this is what kind of I call this like a skeleton, HTML page looks like, bare bones. It doesn't really have anything in it. It's just like a layout. But this is what HTML looks like. So I'm going to go over these tags, these elements in a little more detail, I think later. But for now, just know that this is kind of what it looks like, the source code of it. And what doctype HTML here is, it's just telling the browser that this is an HTML5 document. Here you can see the HTML tag. Element. So this element is the root element of an HTML page. So this is how you would begin all of your web pages. So you can see that everything here is encapsulated within HTML in the HTML element. Then we have the head, the head element. And this contains like metadata about the HTML page. So this is where you would put like your JavaScript imports, and your style sheets would go here as well. And all these things would enhance your website's user experience and styling if you include these things, which we will go over in later lessons. Here you can see the title element here, and you can see content within the title element. So what this is, it's telling the browser that this is the title of the website. So let's say you have Google Chrome opened up. It will show page title as a title in the tab. Then let's go down to the body. So the body element is a container for your website's content, such as the paragraphs, the headers, lists, tables, whatever. And here you can see that as an example. So here you can see the p tag where I have hello world. So this whole thing is an element, and within it you can see content, which is the hello world. But together, this p tag, this p element with the content and the np tag is an element. So this just defines that p defines that it's a paragraph. Here you can see I have h1 and then my grocery list. And what this does is it just defines that this is header text. And this is h1 is the biggest header that's available. And there's like headers 1 through 6. So if you do like H2, H3, H4, or whatever through 6, you can define that here. And make sure that your starting tag and your ending tag are the same. And notice this slash right here. And then we have the UL element, which stands for unordered lists. And so what this typically is like a bullet point list, but you can make it like slash or dash or whatever. Like it's an unordered list, whereas compared to an ordered list is like numerical, right? But this is UL unordered list, and within it you can see that I have several items or several other elements, and these are LI elements. And within them you can see that I have content in them. And LI stands for list item. So within our unordered list, we have list items. So all of these are bullet points within our list. So let's go to the next slide. So what are HTML elements? So elements, as you saw here, they have start and they have end tags. This is the start and this is the end tag right here. and within them is the content. So the P right here is called is the tag name. This is the content, and this is a tag name, and altogether this is an element. And some elements do not contain content, such as a BR element for a break, or an input element. Input elements don't have ending tags either. So web browsers, what do? So they display our HTML code. They read the HTML elements that you put in your source code, and they display them by converting those elements into standardized way of reading it, standardized styling. So think about it like Microsoft Word. So in Microsoft Word, let's say I wrote this, for example, right? This is just a regular paragraph. This is a header, and here we have a list. So if I export this Microsoft Word document to HTML by clicking Save and then Save As, and then I select HTML in there, this is what it exports. So I just right-clicked that file and I clicked Edit in Notepad++. You can edit it in Notepad, doesn't matter. But here you can see that it exported, and you can see that it has a body, it has the paragraph tag of Hello World, it has a header of my list. So for the header here, I selected heading 1, and you can see that it did that here. So granted, Microsoft Word shows lists here as paragraph tags, because here are my, here's my list items. It's showing them as paragraph tags, but they're just styled to look like list items. But this goes to show that if you've used Microsoft Word in the past, you've been unknowingly coding in HTML in a user-friendly type of way. So I hope this was a good introduction into what HTML is. And if you have any questions or anything, feel free to post in the comments. Hit the thumbs up button if you like this video, and don't forget to subscribe. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.